Hello, this is John Valenti doing a very important video today on how to make your airsoft targets sticky again. If you've ever bought a sticky target, an airsoft sticky target like this electronic version here, or the common cheapo here, they're a good time. Airsoft BBs stick on the target, give you a good visual indication of where you hit, and then they roll off into the tray, and they're even reusable because there's no sticky residue left on the BBs. Unfortunately, over time, the silicone that's covering the colored target will lose its stickiness. And it comes from dirt, dust, and finger grease usually. And there's a lot of posts on the internet about how to make them sticky again. But there's only one way to do it that I know of. Cleaning it with water doesn't work. The reason why is it gets the dirt and dust off, which it does help, but it doesn't get the grease off. So what you got to do to make your airsoft target sticky again is you got to get that silicone very, very clean. You got to get it cleaned of dirt, dust, and grease. So my favorite solution is glass cleaner, but anything will do. 409, dish soap, Windex, anything like that. What's really important is you've got to clean the target with a very drenched cloth. I wouldn't use a cloth. I would use a paper towel, a good quality paper towel, and really soak it well. The reason why is because if you don't soak it well and it's got a dry spot on it, you start rubbing the silicone face of the target, it's going to leave additional fibers and residue in that target. So make sure it's real wet with the cleaner, and then wipe it down real well, and then hit it with just plain water afterwards. If you do use a glass cleaner like this is alcohol based, so you don't need to hit it with water afterwards. Now once it's clean, you can do a couple things. You'll notice it's still not going to be sticky right away. What you got to do is get the natural properties of the silicone activated again. And one of the best ways to do it is with heat, sunlight. Sunlight's just the best because you've got ultraviolet rays and heat at the same time. Stick it in the sun, and 20-30 minutes later, if it's a nice day, it'll usually start getting sticky enough to where the BBs will start sticking again. But if you really want your target sticky right now, and you want to make sure that silicone is just the perfect amount of stickiness, you can experiment with the famous Goop Off, your typical stinky Goop Off. Stinkier the better, so do it outdoors. Same thing goes. You've got to thoroughly drench a paper towel. If you don't thoroughly drench a piece of paper towel, the dry part of the paper towel hits and leaves fibers and residue, which again kills your stickiness and leaves little white stuff all over your target. So get yourself some Goop Off, drench the towel, and leave a thin layer. You don't have to rub it hard. Just put a thin layer of Goop Off over the silicone. Here's why. The chemical in the Goop Off and other solvents, and I haven't tried it, but I think other solvents like acetone, maybe, a paint thinner. You can experiment with them, but in small quantities. I do know Goop Off works, so just put a thin layer of Goop Off on it, and the reason why is because the chemical solvent in this product helps break down the silicone in the pad, and it opens the pores up, and it just activates its natural sticky properties a little faster. So hit it with a little Goop Off, then don't dry it off, stick it in the sun, just let it get warm, and it'll usually stick to get sticky at the perfect amount, what you're looking for. If it's too sticky, first put it in the sun and wait a little while and see if that goes away. If it doesn't, back to alcohol. Alcohol will remove the stickiness, and you can find the right amount of stickiness. So let's go ahead and try two different kinds of guns. I'll shoot the target and let's see how it sticks. By the way, this target is easily 4 years old. Let's go ahead. Ready? Look at that. It's perfect. They're falling off. Now that's a electric powered spring gun. Let's go ahead and try a CO2 powered gun. Again, they stick just fine. And the key with the target is you want to see the BBs slowly going down into the tray. If they're not moving, like you can see this one here moving, if they're not moving down slowly, then your target's too sticky. And you don't want to use it where it shouldn't ever leave any residual feeling at all. You shouldn't be able to feel anything on your fingers at all after you touch it. Same with the BBs. The BBs should not have an oily residue of any sort on them. And as long as they keep going, they'll keep making their way into the tray, and you're good to go. See how they fall in there? They are reusable if you're sure that your BBs don't have any residue on them. They are reusable, but I wouldn't reuse BBs in airsoft BBs in an expensive airsoft gun. Expensive meaning more than $150. These cheapo, $40 CO2 guns or $25 electric guns or $25 spring guns, they're fine. Reuse the BBs all day long; it won't hurt them. But a real nice competition quality airsoft gun, better to use brand new, high quality BBs in that. This is John Valenti on a random topic: how to clean your airsoft sticky target and make it sticky again. Have a nice day.